Not too bad. How you doing, everybody? I hope the lockdown treating you well and you've been kind to yourself and you're getting to spend some time with your Heavenly Father and being in His Word. When you think of Jesus, what do you think of? Do you have a picture in your mind? I do. Let me ask you this. Does Jesus have long hair or does He have short hair? I'm sure you're saying long hair because that's the picture that we have of Jesus. When I think of Jesus, I think of this tall guy, well built, not overly big muscles. I think of a man with no fat, beautiful olive skin, and this coiffured hair just straight from the salon, this beautiful hair, and of course he's wearing this caftan type thing, and when he lifts his hand, the caftan goes with it, very much like the statue of him on Sugarloaf Mountain in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. That's the picture I have of Jesus in my head. Of course, we do not have any physical pictures of Jesus. We do not know what he looked like. In fact, his early life is very sketchy in terms of information for us. We know he was born in Bethlehem. We know that after Bethlehem, his parents were told by an angel, whisk him off into Egypt because Herod is looking to kill him. And after a time spent in Egypt, his parents took him home, and that's why he became known as Jesus of Nazareth. That's where he grew up. Have you ever wondered what Jesus' life was like growing up in Nazareth? He had brothers and sisters, the scriptures tell us. How did he get on with his brothers and his sisters? Did he have chores in the home? How many siblings did he have to share a bedroom with? Did Jesus go to school? Was he a geek or was he a jock? Did he play soccer or was he on the wrestling team? And how did Jesus do on his tests? Did he ever cheat on a test by praying before he took the test? We do have a little glimpse into Jesus' life as when he's 12 years old. He goes with his parents all the way to Jerusalem, and the unthinkable happens. Jesus goes missing. You know, if you're a parent and your children go missing for 3 minutes, you go out of your mind. It drives you crazy. You drop everything else and you look for him. Jesus went missing for 3 days. And of course, his parents are looking for him everywhere. And when they find him, what is he doing? He's discussing spiritual matters with the elders of the day. We know nothing about Jesus' life really after that, until really a little glimpse into the fact that he was a carpenter. I wonder, as a teenager, what was Jesus like? Did Jesus have a crush on girls? Did the girls even like Jesus? Was he one of the boys? Did the boys even get on with him? Did he have lots of friends or just 1 or 2? We do not know these things. Of course, what we do know is that Jesus became a carpenter after the order of his father, who was a carpenter. I'm sure Jesus worked in a workshop, very similar to this, tools all around, of course, not the power tools. But how special it would have been to have a piece of furniture made by the Son of God. But if that's the only picture you have of him, today what I'm trying to get through to you, Jesus was normal like you and I. He was a blue-collared worker for so many years of his life, in fact, till he turned 30, before he entered into the ministry and was baptized by John the Baptist. You ever wondered what Jesus said when he whacked his thumb with a hammer? Jesus had to pull splinters from his hands. He had calluses. I wonder how Jesus dealt with customers. I wonder what Jesus did when a customer says, I will pay you at the end of the month, and then didn't. Folks, as we remember Jesus today, this is what we've got to remember. He was human in every way like we are. He had relationship disappointments. He suffered pain. He suffered sorrow. No doubt he suffered ill health while he was growing up. And we know nothing really of that time until he was 30 years old and entered into ministry. But I want you to know today that Jesus was tempted just like you and I. And he had life happen to him just like you and I. So as you remember Jesus today and get that picture of him in your mind, perhaps you and I need to get away from the coiffured hair and the beautiful kaftan and get your mind onto a man who was human just like any one of us. But eventually he would leave the carpenter shop and go to Calvary to die for you and I. Let's think about those things as we partake of the emblems today.